Hi, everybody. How are we doing? Happy Wednesday. How's your week? How are we doing? Tell me all your project updates, all your month musings. How has your February been so far? I want to say hi to our friends in the chat. Hi, Mars. Hi, Adam. Hi, Taylor. Woo! How are you? And hi, Michael. Thanks, friends. Thanks for coming. I had to move up the monthly solo stream a little early because I'm going to be traveling next week. So this was the Wednesday that we could sneak it in. So I hope that's all right. And thanks for joining. How are we doing? Tell me if you're going to stick around for the sprints. What are you going to be working on tonight? As per usual, I'm going to be working on Hera's book. I have had kind of a slower February, to be completely honest. I crushed January. I wrote 12,000 words in January, which for me, pretty happy with. And then in February, I took some time off and then did a lot of outline work. So it was only this past week that I actually got back into the draft. So I'm really excited to be here with you all tonight and to actually like get some words on the page because I'm really craving that satisfaction after putting so much time into the outline and figuring out the end of this book in a little more granularity. It was very helpful, but I'm excited to, execute on the plan. You know what I mean? Mara said February has been hectic, hoping for a calmer March. Yeah, this is where I'm at too, Mars. We traveled so much in February, and that's part of why the month just completely blew by me as far as writing. We were traveling, we did 2 weekend trips on 2 different weekends to North Carolina, and like I can't write in the car. That just wasn't happening. So I'm also keeping my fingers crossed for March. Taylor is doing great, taking the day to do some beta reading for Cody's GWC project and Natalie's Anastasia Inspired Fantasy. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And that sounds like a really dreamy, fun day, just reading each other's works. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Tay. Michael said, I'll be reading for the stream, Wuthering Heights. Very good. How far are you into Wuthering Heights, Michael? I would love to know. Adam is sticking around, trying to crack the code on how many pieces of plot in my outline will thread together without the word count going overboard. Yeah, that sounds useful. I got really excited when I was doing my outline the past couple weeks because I figured out that I have like 8 or 9 plot points left until the end of the book, and just being able to like put a number on how many pieces I had left, like how many puzzle pieces I had to put back into the picture, was really exciting. So maybe this could give you a similar feeling. Mars is doing some reading tonight also, 136 pages into Shadows of Self, second book in the second era of Mistborn. Oh my gosh. I thought I knew all the titles of the Mistborn era books, but I guess I don't because Shadows of Self sounds new to me. And I'd love to know what you think of them, Mars. I've only read Mistborn, but I do have The Wheel of Ascension on my shelf, staring at me right over there. Michael, I would love a poem. It's been a while. I'm so glad you're here, and I really missed your poems. So for y'all who don't know, Michael occasionally gifts us with a poem that he'll write during the stream, and we'll read it at the end. So let's try and generate a word. I'm gonna go into my draft really quick, Michael, and try and find like a fun word from the last scene that I wrote. Is that okay? Like a good juicy noun. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Chapter 14. Let's find a good noun. I wish I could share my screen, but I just cannot. Mirror. I'm going to say your word is mirror, Michael. And I can't wait to see what you do with that. On page 254 of Wuthering Heights, and that's inside volume 2 of 2. Very good. Hi, Tiara. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Mars is loving it. The Alloy of Law, the one that came before this, was one of my favorite reads of 2024 and my favorite Brandon Sanderson. Awesome. Is Alloy of Law? Never mind. I'll do my own research. I think I'm getting that mixed up with a different book, so I'm just gonna shush before I embarrass myself. This is the second time in a row your stream and Brielle stream have been simultaneous. I love Brielle too. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're very well attended and fun. And I try not to overlap with too many people. I'm sorry. I try to find a pocket. I just messed up this time. But I'm glad that we can be a little cozy corner. That's totally cool too. Yes, mirror is the word. Hi, Haley. Reading the first third of Beowulf for my literature class tonight. Oh, that's a throwback. I also had to read Beowulf when I was in high school, so I'm glad to see the tradition is still going strong, and I hope you like it. I hope you are enjoying it. Alrighty, well, that's the end of the comments. I'm gonna jump us into our first sprint if no one else has any more yaps to yap. I'm thinking about doing some longer sprints tonight since, oh, Tiara, I am writing Romantasy tonight. I'm still working on my first draft, but I'm getting towards the end. I'm in Act 3. So I'm working on my Project Harris book, as I always have been. Seems like the project that just never ends. Um, yeah, yeah. So I appreciate everyone's flexibility. I'm going to get us into some 30-minute sprints if that's okay with you guys. Since, as I said, I'm really excited to actually get some words on the page tonight. So I hope that's all right. We can all get immersed in our drafts. And we will chat when we get back. So good luck, everybody, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, everybody. There's the end of our sprint. How did we do? How did we do? I was locked in. I'm so freaking excited about the next scene that I'm gonna write. um, oh man, it's one that I didn't know was going to happen when I first started writing this book, but that is just the magic of discovery writing, and now I'm really excited. I've talked a lot before about how this book is very like Inception inspired, and I'm just so obsessed with, um, those parts of the movie where the mind is represented, with what the mind creates to throw obstacles in the way of the protagonist and the way the mind keeps secrets in the dreams and like how that manifests physically, like the safe. And so I'm playing around with like those sorts of things in the book too, where on a subconscious plane. And it's so, so fun to think of like how I could represent certain things manifestly, especially since this is like, third act, Dark Night of the Soul business. So I'm like representing a lot of these internal like realizations and acceptances and things physically. It's a really fun situation to be in. So let me know how that sprint went for you. I would love to know. And we also had so many friends join us. Hello, Lisa and Sasha and Wallace and Katie. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Let us know what you're going to be working on tonight. Um, we had some big hellos. Mars got to page 154. Nice work. Nice work. Thanks, Wallace. I have it looks really bad on my shitty iPad camera, but that is a Himalayan salt lamp and that is a little mushroom lamp that I can change the color on. And I know they're just blobs on the camera, but you'll just have to take my word for it. And I also have like my desk lit up here, but you can't see that. So if I have like a nice bluish glow, that's why. um, the sprint went well for Taylor, finished reading the new chapters in Natalie's book, and I'm going through some of my other book ideas. That's exciting. Are you on like I think you're on a rolling chapter deal with Natalie, which is so fun. So you're sending each other chapters as you write them. I'm obsessed. That's like my dream to do with somebody someday. Could never be me because I'm so inconsistent about my writing. But that's honestly like such a dream situation to keep each other excited and motivated. I had a friend in high school who did NaNoWriMo very religiously, and she was fantastic at it. And so we had fourth period Shakespeare together every day, and she would come in, you know, during the month of November, and she would have handed me like her printed out version of whatever she wrote the previous night. So I was like her NaNoWriMo accountability buddy, and it was so exciting for her to like have a couple like 5 pages printed out for me every day when we got to class. Like it was so, so fun, and I want to repeat that experience. Michael worked on the poem. It's coming along and looks like it's going to be 5 stanzas. Excellent. Excellent. Katie's been doing some social media stuff today and might dip my toe into reels. Ooh, that's exciting. What is the topic of the reel? Or do you have a song picked out? Or, what's the inspiration? Haley got some notes done. I'm almost done with this section now. Also, is it bad that I just found out where Denmark is about 15 minutes ago? I feel like that's something I should have known already. No worries, Haley. Um, my husband and I like were talking about this, how countries can be like hard to remember where they are, and we actually started doing like continent quizzes where you like there's tons of different websites you can use where you can just test your knowledge of what country is where. And so we sat down and we did Central and South America until we had them down pat, because I just felt embarrassed that I didn't have those like completely memorized. So I do not blame you at all. Moses said, I'm still working on my first book, but the first draft took me about 14 months. Okay, this is going to the question. So I'm going to come back to this, Moses, because I want to do all our questions in order. Thank you, Katie. Hi, Miley. Oh my gosh, I think I forgot to say hi to you when you came in. Hi. Joined late, but got 170 words. I fully pivoted to the Whimsy project. And I, like Katie, want to hear more about this. What is the Whimsy project? Please tell us. Yes, I'm sure you do. It was $10 at Walmart, and I was like, you're coming home with me. I was supposed to be birthday shopping for my niece, and so I got her one, and I got one for me. And I was so excited when she opened it, or Christmas, not birthday, but when she opened it, I was like, guess what? I have the same lamp. Yeah, and I love the vibes that it brings. Yes, yeah. Let me see. Tiara said, writing by hand because I'm at work tonight, but I got some words written. I'm working on outlining a new screenplay. That's exciting. What is the genre of your screenplay, Tiara? I'd love to know. Adam said the outline is at 3.5 pages so far, not including title page. It's for a TV series, and I'm still restructuring the episodes to account for a larger storytelling scale. Because as usual, my insanity never rests. This sounds ambitious and fun. And I love that we have some screenwriters in the chat. That's so fun. And yes, reading it like episodes. Exactly. That's what makes it so fun. While I'm waiting for feedback on Taboo, I'm working on a book that has no fourth wall. The main character made a deal with the narrator to start in the story, just self-indulgent fantasy. This is so fun, Miley. Oh my gosh, this sounds so fun to write and very indulgent and just super creative. Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to wait. That's the one hard part about getting it piecemeal. Yes, an early writing group. It was very formative experience, and you can tell that's why I wanted to do Nano so much because I admired her work ethic, and I wanted to, reach that kind of discipline someday. Yeah, she was a very excellent story friend to me. Um, Grape is opening with shots fired. Dip your toe back into YouTube. Been looking at some popular author reels, and I'm considering doing a reel every day in April to see if it retrains my Instagram to think I'm a reader-focused Instagram, and they be backhanded compliments. Yeah, I think that sounds really like fun and makes a lot of sense too. And yeah, those algorithms, they do need to be trained. They do need to be trained. Godspeed. Every day sounds hard. Tara's screenplay is inspired by 80s, 90s spicy thrillers like Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It does sound really fun, Tiara. She's actually already in the world. The world rests on fairy tale conventions, so she's the firstborn child promised in a deal with a witch, and now that's how she thinks. She made a deal with the first being she found. Amazing. Sounds so creative and fun. Last year was a double-edged sword. I was both too tired to fully indulge my ambition and too hard on myself for self-perceived laziness. If that isn't all of us, Adam, I don't know what is. That sounds very relatable. Alrighty, thanks for letting me know what everybody's working on. I love getting a sneak peek into your whips. I'm gonna scroll back up here. I did want to chitty chat because Harris book is taking me so long. I usually finish a first draft in like 6 to 7 months on average. I am slow. I think like a good drafting speed for me where I'm not like completely burning myself out and I'm also making room in life for other things and taking nights off to do fun things is like 10K a month. Um, but that, feels sustainable to me. But Harris book is just taking a long time. I started it in July and I did restart it, so that's part of it. I got like 20K in and then restarted, I think. So I need to give myself credit for that. But yeah, it's been like July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So I am just like so ready for this draft to be done. I'm getting really excited to revise it. I feel like my mind is already like halfway down the revision pathway, and I'm having to be like, no, no, okay, focus. You haven't even finished the damn book yet. So I'm curious, what is a like well-balanced drafting speed for you? How long does it take if you're drafting novels or if you're drafting screenplays or other projects, what have you? Um, Mars said that when they're doing a first draft, I can usually get about 40K words per month, which is so excellent. I feel like that is definitely pro speed. So anywhere from 1 to 3 months, depending on how long the book is. That makes a lot of sense. And 3 months is awesome because after 3 months, I'm like ready to do something else. You know what I mean? I loved Taylor's answer. It definitely differs for me. Venture below 3 months, venture beyond 3 years, venture alone 3 weeks. But I feel like this time around, I found what works for me. I love this journey for you, Taylor. And I love like, the 3 years, you didn't give up. You came back to it when you were ready and inspired. And I think based on how fast you wrote Venture Alone, had maybe some of the best, most exciting writing you've had yet. So I think it just goes to show like writing is, hills and valleys. And when we're down, it's not down forever. It's down for right now. And that's okay. It comes back around. It might take 3 years, but it comes back around. I love that you had that perseverance. Let me scroll. So back to Moses' answer. I'm still working on my first book, but the first draft took me about 14 months. And now that I know more about the process and not being a perfectionist, maybe my next book won't take as long. Awesome. That's so great. And I love that you got to the end. That's the most exciting part of all. Anybody else had any answers to the question that I missed? Miley said, my first finished draft, a short story short, took like 5 months, and all the rest have been taking years. So many sit unfinished. That's okay. That's all right. Finishing is a skill in and of itself. Mars would like to share the reminder that I am autistic, unemployed, and have very few hobbies outside of writing, so my writing habits are definitely very personal to my situation. Well, that's true of everybody, right? Everybody's situation is different. And that doesn't undermine your dedication and your work ethic. Because you work really hard, Mars, so give yourself credit. um, Love you. Good job. Keep writing. You inspire me. I was so inspired after watching you write so fast the past couple weeks. I was like, man, I want to have an experience like Taylor. I'm going to get to the end of this book and just be so excited and like full of passion. Um, Adam said, with full concentration, a one-act play will take 3 or 4 days. A full-length play will take slightly under a month. A short film will take 3 weeks, and a full-length film will take 6 to 8 weeks. Individual TV episode is the most unpredictable, so the current project will be a test of sorts for the future. Very cool. I love that you have like so much experience that you can boil this down and have those like per project estimations. That's great. Katie said the Wrath King took years, Be Gay Solve Crime took 2 months. Oh my God, 2 months? Back in Accomplice was 3 weeks. Invisible String was 9 months, and book 2 will probably be 4 months. So actually, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I love this. Yeah, it just goes to show, right? Like projects have so much to do with it. Every project is different and will get different energy. But writing a book in 3 weeks, like Katie and Taylor, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. My hands would just fall right off. How do you have wrists anymore? Ugh, all right. Well, thank you guys. I enjoyed that. But we are due for another sprint, so let me get our Flocus pulled back up. And I will think of another question. Or if you have a question that you want to poll the chat, drop it in there. Go ahead and steal my Q2. I don't mind at all. But let me pull up our Woodsy Flocus. We're going to do another 30 minutes on the clock. So good luck, everybody. Get those words. All right, everybody, that is the end of our sprint. How did we do? I'm going to check my word count here. 800. I'm up to 800 words for the day, so that went very well for me. I'll take down our sprint banner. Yeah, it's been fun. As I said before, subconscious dream planes, highly recommend. They are fun to write. So let me know how that went for you guys. Lisa's having a rough night, so just tried to relax and I'm playing Sims. That sounds really nice. I'm glad you're relaxing and just turning your brain off. And I need to get back to Sims. Amars is up to page 179. Nice work. Wallace is redoing my whole budgeting plan. It's a lot of messing with an Excel file, so tedious, but also so fun. That is so me, Wallace. I love messing with my budget Excel sheet. It's like, when did I become such an adult? But it is really, I could waste an hour doing absolutely nothing and yet feels like I'm, doing so much fiddling and fun. So, but good for you. And Taylor said, wonderful world building, a romantasy project in its city. And that's right. You did say that before. Okay. Switching gears and working with Obsidian for the first time. I am going to be a boomer and ask, what is Obsidian? I heard about it in a YouTube video for the first time this morning, actually. So this is topical because I was not, I was too lazy to Google it at the time. And now I'm going to use Taylor Google and ask you to tell me what is Obsidian. I heard it, yeah, in that video being compared to Notion. So I'm assuming it's some sort of like organizational tool. So please educate me. And if it is similar to Notion, do you like it better than Notion? What does it do differently? Give me all the tea. Give me the Obsidian tea. Miley is up to 967. Nice job. Nice job. Adam said it's 10 degrees short of a hot mess. Hope that means the sprint went okay. Miley wants to know if that would be a new one or the Venture series regarding this romantasy project. And Taylor said it's a new one, Sun plus Moon, if you've heard me mention it before. Wait, that sounds very dreamy and fun. I'm excited. I can't believe you already have the energy to jump into a new series. That's such a slay. Katie tried to do a little bit of writing something for the arcs of backhanded compliments, but my brain is mush, so maybe this is the time to move on to first drafting. Yeah, where mush is welcome. Mush is very welcome. But oh my god, that's so exciting. I saw some of your content about your arcs and it made me really emotional damage. I just can't believe she's real in the flesh. And that must have been such a satisfying moment for you, Katie, to hold that book in your hand. I'm guessing that what you have to write is like an intro letter to the ARC readers. So I would love to know like what goes in that letter. Are you introducing how you came to write the book, your tropes, the audience you hope it'll find? That sounds hard and also fun. Michael said the poem's basically finished. We'll edit it again next sprint and then post it. And I look forward to that. We'll do one more sprint and then we'll wrap up at the end. And I may shorten up our sprint just a little bit since we've been very productive and everyone has done quite a good job. From what I've been learning, it's a great world building and organizing tool. It's free and I'm having a blast. Definitely took a second to figure out, but I am thriving. Okay. Great world building. That's fun. I'm gonna check this out. I love procrastinating with different tools. Like just wasting time on a Notion page and being like, no, this was productive. So I'll be Googling that for sure. Miley has a couple of friends who love Obsidian. LDJ Writes and CK Jensen have videos explaining it. Okay, amazing. So some people in our community have already gotten into this, which I love. I can learn from them. And thanks for the shout out, Miley. I'll be looking those up for sure. Um, for thematic balance, and I swear there's context, I'm pairing each episode with a prologue in the style of a 1930s style newsreel, but deciding how far back and forth these newsreels should go around the backstory is time consuming. At the expense of time I thought was about to go into the actual episode plots. Yes. Yeah, that is something I really admire about you screenwriters out there, is that you have to think so carefully about your use of time. Whereas when I'm writing a novel, I'm just la 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 la. If it ends up being 120 words or 120,000 or 95,000, it's not a big deal to first draft Anna. Um, Let me see any other sprint updates. Katie and the author. That's right. It was so surreal holding them. It didn't even feel like my book, but yes, it's a letter for booksellers. Okay, specifically. And it intros the book and tries to entice them to read and wreck it. Amazing. I'm so excited for you, Katie. I want one of those arcs. But I will just have to be patient and wait like everybody else. And pre-order that beach, you know what I mean? Um, all right, so our second question of the night came from Adam. So thanks, Adam, for contributing. Our question for the chat: if someone ever misinterprets the style or tone of your work, but in a way that triggers new ideas, would you ever take it as a sign to redraft and pivot in the new direction? Which I thought was really interesting. And like a million different things came to my head about this, but yeah, my thought was it depends on which route is more exciting, ultimately, because I'm here for the fun and I'm here to chase the good times. And can I still tell the story that I set out to tell, or is this maybe spiraling off into a story kernel that's exciting but meant for something else? Like, am I just getting inspired to explore in that tone and style someday, and it's just making me excited, but maybe doesn't necessarily belong here? Um, yeah, I think just staying true to your original vision um, is the North Star, right? Um, and I align a lot with what Miley said. If it inspires me and brings me closer to my true vision for the story, then I will go for it. Otherwise, I'm resistant to overhauling for feedback, which I think is totally fair. And the other thing I was going to add is that I like to think about feedback as a science experiment. And in that way, it's helpful to have multiple data points. So if you have, your first reader comes at you with some big style or tone change, get more data points and see if other readers felt that vibe, or if it was just that one reader, and maybe that can help you make a decision about your direction. Like if a lot of people have the same suggestion, like independent of each other, I think that's really interesting, and might even, I think for me, that can indicate that I something in my subconscious was leaking into the draft, and maybe I was leaning in that direction anyway, and they're picking up on something that I put in there and didn't even realize. So I definitely advocate for multiple data points, right? Let me see. Scrolling back down. Katie said, I would consider it, especially if it came from my trusted critique partner. But I would say I've been very lucky and they always understand my work. And the things they usually suggest weave together with what I already have. And if it is a new direction, it's usually something I've already considered, but have been stubborn about. And I feel this. Yeah. Sometimes it is those things that have already been in the back of your mind. And somebody just, you know, pitched it to you and now you have to confront it head on. I admire y'all screenwriters so much. As an overwriter who relies on description, I am not cut out for it. Yeah, I know. Everything I just wrote during the last sprint was paragraphs of description. So it sounds really hard and hard to like, I would have a hard time leaving so much interpretation up to the directors and the like future collaborators on the final product, which is the movie. Like it's really interesting to make something that is made to be reinterpreted in a way or interpreted in a different medium, from words to screen. Whereas a novel, like I know that's probably going to be its final product. So that transformation aspect is very, very complex. Love that additional question because that's the exact dilemma I would expect from the scenario. Yeah. I hope that helped. If that's a scenario that you're going through, I hope that was helpful. Um, Alrighty, let's do our last sprint so Michael can finish up our poem, and I will probably shorten it up just a little bit. How do we feel about 20? To do our cooldown sprint. Just changing up my focus here. Oh, bye, Mars. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Yes, hope to see you on the stream soon. Katie said, also to new directions, I have decided to not share my drafts too early, and I'm still trying to discover what I'm trying to do. So when people see the book, it's closer to what I want. So they don't often sway me into something else, which sharing too much, I do tend to overhaul and then regret. This is a good point. Yeah, can be helpful to have solidified your own vision so you feel strong in what you're going for. And then when you get feedback that's just kind of missing the mark, it's easy to just bless and release it because you're confident in your vision. All right. 20 sounds good. Okay, excellent. So this is going to be our cool down sprint, everybody. And if you haven't been with me before, we have a tradition for the last sprint of the night, and that is you can either share in the chat one good thing that happened to you this week, or you can share a line from your whip, and we can do a little read aloud together. So I hope you'll do one of those. And here is 20 minutes on the clock to get organized for next time, wrap up your notes, end your scene, make some bullet points for next time. And then when we come back, we will get through our good things, our lines, and we will probably read a poem from Michael, I think. So I look forward to that, and I'll see you on the other side. And that's it. That's the end of our sprint. How was your cool down sprint, everybody? Mine went very well. I got over 1,000 words for the night, so I am pretty pleased with that. It was feeling kind of slow the first like few minutes of the first sprint. I was like, "Oh God, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know." I was trying to get back into the scene that I was in, and just had to do a lot of like rereading and re-immersion, and we stuck with it. We got 1,000 words. I'm feeling very good about that. So let me know how that went for you. Wallace made myself some toast, got cozy into bed, and opening up Onyx Storm for a post-stream reading session. That sounds so cozy and fun. And you're convincing me to maybe give these books another try because you're loving them so much. And I'm so excited for you. Like, whatever the series is, it's so fun to just get completely sucked into a series that you have to binge all the way through. Um, so I'm glad you're having so much fun with it. Taylor is very chill, wrapped up what I was doing, made an outline doc for sun and moon, and I'm currently doing my nighttime skincare. Amazing, amazing. Love having an outline already. That's fantastic. Miley got 181 words, and I've almost wrapped up the scene. Good job. That was a little more of a warm-up sprint as I try to write my words for the night. Thanks for the cozy vibes and great conversation as always. Thanks for coming. It's only because you guys come that we can chat. Otherwise, I'm just here by myself staring at a wall. So thank you for being here. um, and as always, I invited you all to share either your one good thing that happened this week or a line from your whip. I truly love ending on this moment of gratitude every month with you all, and it's so nice to end with like lifted spirits. You guys really cheer me up hearing your good things. Um, and I think I'm gonna get brave tonight and share a line. Um, and it's like so typical of my zero drafting where I noticed this a lot with Project Gemstone when I was doing like my first zero draft to real first draft rewrite, where I was like doing the bulk of rewriting all the prose. I kind of realized that like for every scene that I wrote, like, and usually my scenes are anywhere from like 800 to like 1,300 words. Like I'm kind of a short scene girl. And in those chunks, I would get like one sentence in my zero draft that I was like, hey, pretty all right. We kind of tried with that one. And good job on the description, Anna. And then the rest of it would just kind of be junk that I would have to like feed into the machine and spit back out a different way. But there would always be just one sentence in every scene that, was kind of shiny and I could keep a little bit. And so in typical fashion, this is like the one thing from this whole bit that I wrote tonight that I'm like, okay, that might stay. Maybe. um, so I'll read that. Um, just as before, the world beyond the columns went dark the moment I entered their embrace. I could see nothing beyond them now but pinpricks of light, miniature stars like golden embroidery floss poking through gaps in a midnight weave. There we go. That was my contribution. Taylor's good thing. I finished the first draft of Venture Alone. And we get a line from the Obsidian Dock, and it is for the good of the moon. Exciting. I'm getting like either like fantasy religion vibes, like spiritual vibes, like moon cult vibes. But that could mean so many things. And I'm very excited. Adam's good thing for the week is that a friend of mine ordered shawarma and sent it to my house. 2 whole wraps with very hearty chicken and very rich flavor, plus falafel balls and salad. Wow, that is a great friend. That's amazing. I would absolutely love it if a bunch of shawarma showed up on my doorstep. Even Save Me from Going Broke this month since it delayed having to leave the house for more groceries. Oh, I'm so glad you have someone looking after you, Adam. And so glad you got a good meal. Miley's good thing is that I have a new kitty to take care of for a couple weeks. Extra snuggles make up for the extra scratches. Love that. And we also get a line from Miley. You guys are being so generous. I'm obsessed. If you see an anthill, do you set up your picnic beside it, or do you search out another place to enjoy your meal? Should you answer the former, I think you do not have the temperament of a dragon. Mhm. Say more. Say more about dragons. um, oh my gosh, can't yet share my good thing this week, so it's so I guess it's a little snippet. Okay, I'm excited. Is there a reason you want to meet him? Octavia decides to ask, even though she isn't sure she wants to know the answer. He's hot, Livia says. I like meeting hot people. I can't wait to meet these characters. I'm so glad you got some good news, Katie. That's really exciting. And I hope we'll find out about it sooner rather than later. Um, During the last sprint, I finally managed to set the time frames for all the prologues, having made sure they'll work both narratively and visually if lined up back to back. They are nonlinear. Oh my gosh, sounds like a challenge. Haley finished my notes and got everything packed for tomorrow. I picked an outfit for tomorrow too, so I'm going to bed once the stream ends. Nice job, Haley. Set yourself up for a good day tomorrow. You crushed it. Nice work. Miley's off to karaoke. Wow. So thanks for the encouragement to be productive. I got more than 1K today, so I feel really good. Yay. I'm so glad. Karaoke on a Wednesday. That's so fun. What is your go-to karaoke song, Miley? Um, oh, not fair. Not fair. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, it was the only good one in the like 1,000 words I wrote tonight, but that's why I shared it. And yes, big congratulations. Venture Alone was something you were very passionate about in the last stream. You got me hyped, and that's so true. I think Taylor's excitement is so infectious and genuine. I absolutely love watching Taylor get excited about her writing because it makes me excited about my writing. Well, thanks y'all for sharing. It's always lovely. Um, Sorry, it's just not 1,000% confirmed, but as soon as it is, I will be screaming about it, and it's good for us all. Anyway, I'll shush about it now. Okay? Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. My ear is to the door. Miley's doing Careless Whisper tonight, but I usually sing Casual by Chapel Roan or Fiona Applesong or Amy Winehouse. Miley, are you like you're giving me the vibes that you are actually a very talented, good singer, because these are some picks, and I'm impressed. I am impressed. Um, Alrighty, I'm going to scroll back up here and we're going to bring the stream full circle. If you were here at the beginning, we had the offer from Michael to write us a poem. So I always love when Michael's in the chat to end the stream on these poems. And I pulled a word from my draft, and the word was mirror. So off the top of the dome, this is our poem for the night from Michael. Mirror. A cradle in the higher hills and without any voice, holds still a lake of ancient glass. The mirror has no choice. I love it already. I love it already. It has no choice but to reflect what is within its bounds. And when the sun descends in full, the mirror makes no sounds. It only shows the lights that are the heavens found above. It merely doubles all the dark in neither hate nor love. The trick to mirrors is inside the way you want to be, for you can cherish or resent whatever that you see. A cradle in the higher hills, while given not a voice, holds still a mirror like a lake that never has a choice. Fantastic! Oh my goodness. I love the like nature fantasy vibes that this is giving me. And I pictured the lake of ancient glass. The mirror has no choice. I pictured this very visually. And I think my favorite line was, where is it? It merely doubles all the dark. Oh, stellar. Stellar job. Lovely. Lovely. That is so good. Well done. Incredible. I see that as like the first thing in a fantasy novel, like the prologue or the prelude, like the epitaph that sets the vibe. Like I just need the novel that comes with this poem. Well done. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Michael. That was a really nice note to end on. Lisa, oh no, I skipped your good thing. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I saw it. I saw it. I'm going back. I'm going back. Um, Sorry, Lisa. Good thing for Lisa. I had a big work deadline that I hit today. I was really scared I wasn't going to make it, but I did. And I'm proud of you. I saw you um, update us on the Discord about this, and I'm really glad that you made it through the day. Sigh of relief. I definitely can relate to having the work deadlines that just keep you in stress mode. So I'm glad you're on the other side. Yes, Lady of the Lake. Bly Manor mention. Yeah. All right. All right, you guys. I gotta let you go so Miley can go to karaoke and Wallace can get to Onyx Storm. And Taylor can finish her skincare. So I'll let y'all go. Thanks so much for coming and joining me for the solo stream. I got a lot done. I hope you did too. As far as what's coming up on the horizon, I am streaming on Saturday for the Storyteller's Hearth. I hope you guys are excited to do another weekend relay. So if you can, please, 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 please come to my stream on Saturday morning. It is at 8 a.m. Eastern. And I will be on there with Melon and Becca and Natalie. And I'm so excited to get more writing done with them this weekend. So please come. Um, I have no idea what I'm doing for a video for February at this minute, and it's already February 19th. So I may just like film a sit down and chat kind of video. If I can find some time this week to just, as Malin said, therapize a little bit and make YouTube my therapist. We'll see. Or or it'll just be the month of streams and you'll see me in March, to be determined. Um, yeah. Bye. Thanks for coming. You're so welcome. I hope you joke and join more in the future. Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you in the chat. Yeah, February video? Who's she? She doesn't exist. And happy birthday, Chapel Road. All right, y'all. Have a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.